G'day, today's episode's a special one for us. It's all about getting Brupeg into this blast bay. It's brought to you by Surfshark, but it's a special one for us because we want to dedicate it to Mike Day and James Lamb. You two have been bloody inspirational and we're so pleased to have you guys as supporters. So this is the morning before we go into the blast bay, T-1 day. We're a Kiwi couple living in Australia who brought a 57-foot steel trawler after she sunk in a flood and was pulled from the sea. We're now bringing her back to life. We're on to the finishing jobs after working on her for the last 6 years to refit and get her ready for launch as soon as possible. Brupeg is rebuilt by us with volunteers funded by Patreons and viewers, and we spend every cent we have to make sure that she's ready. She's fueled by veggie oil, diesel, solar and wind power to do research, projects and expeditions to remote places like Antarctica and the Northwest Passage. She'll be crewed by supporters from around the world. Welcome aboard. Looks a bit chaotic, but it's relatively straightforward and tidy under here. We just need to pick up a few bits and pieces. We'll probably do a storage run, so we'll do a rubbish run now. We've got the ute starting to get full of just rubbish, so we'll do a skip run, get rid of all that, and then we'll go through and figure out what parts we're actually putting in the bay with us. We've got to take quite a few bits and pieces with us.
And something that you can't see in camera, of course, anytime. Right now it's cold. The sun's not got heat to it right now, but in 2 hours it's going to be really hot. So we're racing this morning just to try and get this outside work done, then we'll focus on the inside, getting stuff.
Yeah, we have shade at the moment, which is our friend. We were working like late last night to get stuff done because it was a decent temperature. It was actually quite comfortable to work into the night, but yeah, middle of the day it's almost impossible to work. It's just so hot and humid because we had so much rain. It's like there's so much water coming out of the dirt and the ground and everything as well, you know. So
this time of the year, normally we change over to night shift. Yeah. So we're getting up really early, about 4:30 this morning, and working later into the night. So there's a bit to do.
I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways, I know for sure. When all the crows decide to meet, they settle down beneath my feet. I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while. So be here as the night starts falling. Let my fingers walk over your head. We got nothing to be scared of. I'd rather be with you than by myself. Now all is in your hands. When I was young, I thought control would lead me to the ending road, and heavy metal seemed to be the only thing that was for me. And I saw the angels coming down, and they sang a song, they sang it loud. And I still remember parts of it, and the yellow glory as we lit. Won't you be my guide and let me follow? Can I hold your hand for old time's sake? And all this time you waited for me. Little did we know, I guess it's fate. Now all is in our hands. All is in our hands.
It's the morning of the lift. Still got a wee bit to go. I need to get the last of the sand sorted. There's about, I don't know, 60 litres of sand to sieve, and then that's done, finished. We're going to drag the sand sieve up to the blast bays because we'll still be making sand this whole time. But I think we're getting there. The boat's pretty much clear. I've just got to disconnect pipes, drag some small rubbish sort of out of the way underneath the blocks and stuff like that. But overall, I think we're just about ready to go. Jess is she's in the galley. She's just stowing stuff, moving stuff, making sure nothing falls off. I've got to do the wheelhouse yet. I've still got all my normal work crap is everywhere and parts and 4 years worth of using that place as a storeroom. So I've got to make sure that that's good. But yeah, I think within an hour or two, I think we'll have the boat ready to go. Last of the sand sieving's been done. Mountains of stuff to get rid of. Starting to palletise the last of our tools. So Minion and Sand Sieve, Rolling Thunder, they're going up to the blast bay. Just about to get rid of this guy as well. What I need to do is put this one in the very end of the blast bay because it's obviously closest to the power point, but also has to go in before the boat goes. So I'm going to throw that in the bay now. We just see the tracks, we're just clearing it out so the forkies can get in and out of here. The rest of the boat's done, just got to disconnect the drain, the old stainless keg drain. A couple of tools that need to go on some pallets. The bench is coming with us. I think we're getting there. We do need to take the stairs with us, but they can't get to the stairs until they move all of this. So this lot here is going up to the bay now. I need to stack all of this stuff onto a spare pallet. Otherwise I won't be able to lift it, but I think we're ready to go. That's staying. We're just going to cover that up for now. That doesn't need to come up the bay with us. And the dinghy will stay there as well. We won't bother taking that. But once the boat's gone, we'll do a bit of a clean up in this area because we're coming back to here, so we'll give it a bit of a rake and a clean up and everything before we sort of settle in for the final couple of weeks of the build. The boat's a mess. There's chaos everywhere inside. Jess has been rolling around the wheelchair. So, galley has been cleaned up. Once we stack these away, I reckon we're right, eh?
Yeah, I've just got to take some stuff off the shelving.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the fiddles on yet, so everything will crash, and if we do a little bit of a swing, things might fall off.
Brupeg's not a swinger. Although she was built in the 70s. Just saying.
He's been doing this all morning. He's very excited about the lifts. The jokes are getting slightly ruder and ruder.
Wheelhouse. This thing is a bomb site. Look at that. Chaos everywhere. So, yeah. We need to get up there and deal with that soon. Anyway, side deck's relatively clear, got them cleared off. Power is disconnected. I've strapped the wing up tight so it won't fall or do anything funny. You can sort of see the cable up the top there is a bit loose. That's because all of the strain is now held with that green safety strop, and then there's a rope at the back you can't see, but there's two lots of safeties on that. Alright, stairs are ready to go. Ute is starting to get loaded of stuff. Need to go and remember to go and get petrol for Stan Lee. Got to fill that up. Big thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this episode. In the last couple of years, our internet reliance on Brupeg has gone through the roof. Whether it's streaming Netflix, video chatting with our Patreons or family, or if you're like us and you do most of your banking and admin online, anything that can make our information safer is really important to us. Surfshark is a VPN, a virtual private network, a service that protects your information by encrypting all of the data that you send through the internet by disguising your online identity and keeping anyone unwanted from seeing it. It also allows you to download Netflix, BBC or other sites and services that may be restricted or blocked based on what country you're in. It also means that you can watch what you want wherever you are. For example, Jess loves the Walking Dead series, but it's not available in Netflix here in Australia, so she can log into Netflix via a server in Berlin and watch it to her heart's content. Surfshark maintains a strict no logs policy, so they'll not collect your data no matter what. Right now Surfshark are supporting Brupeg, and as such they have a discount for our viewers. You get 83% off, plus 4 months extra if you sign up using the link below. Plus Surfshark offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you don't like it, you can cancel your subscription, get your money back, and go and buy a cheap cup of coffee. Probably instant for that price. It's been a bit of a challenge trying to figure out volunteers through all of the restrictions, COVID stuff, border travel, all that sort of jazz at the moment. So it's Monday now, we're moving into the blast bays today. Going to get ourselves organised today and possibly a little bit of tomorrow and start blasting. Tony is a local bloke who's, he was the one that actually gave Jess that little hard hat, the bump cap thing. He's going to be coming here on Wednesday to give us a hand. We've got a few days of blasting and sanding and things to do first up, so he's going to give us a hand with that. We also have a Patreon, Robin and his family. They're coming up just after New Year's, I think it is. And it's also looking like Stu and Adrian are coming up potentially on the 1st of Jan-ish. We still haven't figured out dates yet. But there's going to be a few people on the boat, which is pretty cool, between Robin, Stu and Adrian. I think we'll get Adrian and Stu focusing on getting the Cummins up and running and making sure everything's taken care in there. Robin and myself will be taking care of the boat, so if there's any last painting to do or any bits and pieces, pressure testing tanks, that sort of thing, I'll probably be working with Robin doing that. And also Robin's daughter's coming up, and she's studying videography, cinematography, that sort of thing. She wants to get her head around, you know, what does it take to actually run a YouTube channel and things. So she's going to be in the background floating around doing a lot of video work, so you'll probably see her in the shots as well, so just to make sure you know who everybody is. We'll do an intro of everyone. It's not all about boat building when you're running a YouTube channel, about boat building.
A storm is coming, but I'm prepared. I'll be gone for a while, but don't be scared. Right now, I don't know if I'll ever arrive. Where the grass is green, we're still alive. I hope I'll see you on the other side. I know that I've heard a story, I've heard it said, I've come to believe that love is a bet. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, and sometimes it calls you right in the move. Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy my hunger, easy my head, bringing me fire, bringing me water, taking me high, taking me down. Give me your pretty, give me your messy, give me your happy, give me your sad. I may be staying, I may be going, I may be left, I may fall apart. Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy my hunger, easy my head, bringing me fire, bringing me water, taking me high, taking me down.
Alright, day one proper in the bay. Most of our gear is down the back end of the blast bay here, so I have to sort of dig it out. I need Minion over in the back corner. But the job this morning is blasting steel patches, so we welded this in a while ago, and then we did some pad welding up the front here. They have to be dealt with. Same deal with this panel here. We welded this in about a year ago. You can see it getting fitted there. That was when we replaced ribs. We also need to go around and blast the likes of this, the metal around the base of these wings. And then there's a few sort of random little patches patched down in there on the keel. I want to get around that bung that we welded in. And there's a couple of bits that need to be spot blasted just randomly around the hull. Sort of things like this where we did some pad welding in the hull itself. I want to blast the likes of that lid there, pop a little bung in there, and then I'll blast that. I also need to water blast this here, clean all that grease up so I can fit those bolts properly. I realise that these bolts here aren't actually long enough. I need to get some longer ones because you can see that they're not coming out the bottom of the nut. You need at least 2 threads coming out, and I don't have that. So that's one more job. But yeah, and then we've got this big patch. This patch here to blast, we welded in yonks and yonks ago. In fact, that patch was the first video we ever made. Blast up the doubler here, a couple of small patches on the hull that we've welded recently. Oh, we need to do those ones up the top there as well. And then just a little bit of pad welding that burnt the paint off up the front here. So let's get stuck into it. One of the challenges is that we have to work in concert with the neighbour, Tony. He's blasting a trawler next door to us. He needs to blast and paint, so we're kind of working it out that I'm not blasting when he's painting, so when he's blasting I can be blasting, etc. But yeah, we just need to make sure we don't screw each other up. So not only have we only got a very short window of time in here to get this done, we're against the weather because of La Nino, whatever it was. I got corrected about 90 times on the last episode. We've also got to factor in when we can and can't paint and blast because of the neighbours. So bit of a balancing act at the minute going on. Bit easier to get into now. Yeah. Yep.
some kind of devotion that brings me down. That without my love for the ocean, I will be no one. No one.
There we go, out of 1 tank of minion juice, we can get a little bit up there. We've got this patch blasted, a bunch of spots around the hull. I've done right down this keel on the various pieces that need it. You can sort of see there's paint was flaking off, so I've given that a blast and taken all of the loose stuff off. That's good to paint now. Again, a couple of spots around here where we've welded that panel. Anywhere I saw spot rust, I just blasted to knock whatever that rust was off. Same sort of deal here. You can see there's like little wee splatters of pinhole rust. I'll go over those seams and just knock that paint off and start again. Again, I've got to go along the keel there. But out of that 1 tank, we've got that group of work, those patches there, and about half of this patch, which is about 1.5 meters by 1.2. So it's a reasonable sort of size, and we've got roughly 50%, maybe a fraction more done on that panel. So that was pretty good. That would normally take us maybe 3 or 4 stops with the old blaster.